I've adjusted something on my webcam. There's no more flicker, but I look very different skin coloured. I look very, like, don't even know, warm? I don't understand. It just looks weird. Still got no hair though, so it didn't fix that. So welcome to the final episode of Season 4 with EGERSUND on Football Manager 2024. I'm going to power through. I'm not in the best form. I'm feeling a bit ill. But we're gonna kick on. We're gonna get through the episode. So the 6th of December. It's quite an important match, this Stabæk versus Lillestrøm. I think whoever wins this gets Europa League. I think. I don't quite understand it. If we go to the rules and we'll have a look. So here it says Europa League, third qualifying round, third place. But then you go here, depending on the winner of the cup. Okay? Fourth place, Europa League Conference. Fifth place, depending on the winner of the cup, gets Europa Conference League. Now Lillestrøm in fourth. So if they win the cup, do they get the Europa League, and the Conference League spot goes to the team in third? We're going to have to find it out, aren't we? But so if we go into the schedule and see since you were with us, we followed up the 2-2 draw with a 3-1 defeat to Odds, who are league champions, by the way. We then played Brann and got a 3-2 victory. A very solid 3-2 victory. I'm looking at the webcam on the other screen. I need to go in and adjust them settings after this episode. We then played Strømsgodset second, got 2-1 victory. EGERSUND and Nazir on the score sheet. We then played Vålerenga and smashed them. Sorte, Nazir, Natvig and Bergersen on the score sheet. And then we've just beat Sarpsborg 2-0. The issue is Slaveland's red card. So he is missing for the final game of the season against Tromsø. The positive is technically it doesn't mean anything. Because we are 5 points clear of Lillestrøm. The negative is we don't quite know if we're going to secure Europa League or Conference League. We've definitely got one of them. Season 5 is going to see EGERSUND taking part in European football. Part of me hopes it's the Conference League because it would be nice to play in all the competitions. So a few years in the Conference League would probably be more our level at the minute. But I'm not sure. Oh, and to update the finances, we're now minus 763,000. Okay, so let's get into this game. We are missing a few people. Mathin. Do you know what? Sander's been with us for a few years now, and I always struggle with his name. Set a nickname. Mart. Jesus. Okay, Mart is suspended. Slaveland's suspended. Orna's out on loan. Erdal's just not on the team. Bjørnes is injured. Crawls away. EGERSUND's injured and Nazir's suspended. So we can't even fill the bench for the final game of the season, but we're going to go with Lunin in goal. Fanny Carvalho is going to start with EGERSUND out injured. Midskogen and Scallion. Van der Spar in defensive mid, it seems we're missing Slaveland and Mart. Gudmundsson, Giovanelli in centre mid instead of Fiskerstrand, just because I wanted to give Giovanelli a little bit of football as the season come to an end. Sotter on the right wing instead of Volas because I wanted to give him a bit of football. Larsen on the left and Natvig starting up top instead of Berisha because I wanted to give him a bit of football. Now I would say I'm excited to get into pre-season and see who we can sign, but you can just guarantee I'll end up signing next to nobody. Corner for Tromsø comes in. Front post, it's headed in. Rune Nordheim. We don't concede many corners. That's a bit of an annoying shock. Can we just bump it up to attacking, please, for that? Not overly impressed by that. Looks so yellow. Like, orangey colour. Not impressed. I've done something. I went in because there was a flicker on a tactic video I've just done. There was a flicker on either side, so I turned the hertz down. But before that, I clicked something else, and I think that's messed up the colours. Whoopsie. Are we recording? We are recording. I'm just going to demand more since we're 1-0 down in the 7th minute to Tromsø at home. We have a chance to show our fans what we can do on the final day, as we've secured European football already. Larsson's in, no. Natvig. I mean, we've rested a few people. There's a few players who maybe wouldn't normally be starting, getting game time. Carvalho near the end of the season's had some game time. Giovanelli's had some game time. Sorter's been brought in. Natvig's been brought in. It's nice to give some of them people some game time where if there was something on the line, Berisha would be in, Volas would be in. Not sure who'd be in centre mid because everyone's suspended. But, you know, Antonis and strikes it for Tromsø. It's been fairly one-sided so far. Scanlon goes back to Midskogen into Van der Spa. Van der Spa goes back to Midskogen, out to Scanlon, into Van der Spa. He was complaining about lack of football recently, which is fair. He has been a very much bit part player for us, but we also push him for Europe with the team who's 700 to 1. So, you know. And he's been given some football and we're now 2-0 down. So, you know. You complain you want to play, you get put in the team, we're now losing. What if I go, oh, that's worse. I adjusted my lights, hang on. Oh no, I adjusted my lights to see if it would make me look better. But I adjusted it to orange and that definitely didn't look better. It's going to be 3. No, it's still 2, but oh my days. What are we doing? Can we maybe try to win this game? I mean, yeah, it just would be nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice how we've secured Europa Conference League football minimum. Oh my days. Is that another red card? That's a red card. You absolute dick. Oh my days. I think we're gonna have to maybe go something like this. If he goes defend, and then if we individually instruct him to stay wide and run wide, and Larsson we can do the same with. It just gives us that width still, but oh, over 2,000 fans came out to watch the final game of the season. More fool them. Oh, look at this, a highlight for Tromsø. This is different. Don't think I've done a single highlight for us this game. Honestly, can't remember if we've had a single highlight. It's like our team's just switched off thinking, oh, well, we already saw that's 3. Huh. This is not acceptable, I think we would go with. This is not acceptable. 3-0 to Tromsø. Where Tromsø? I mean, what we can look at is, as someone who's been to the cup final for Viking and stuff in my time in Norway, we have just potentially gave the possibility of relegating Brann. But that was not acceptable. That was not acceptable. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump forward and just find out. Okay, because you see here, the bottom please are the team is qualified for the Europa League through their participation in the league. But have we? Because you see, it just says Europa Conference League here. We need to find out what's going to happen in the actual cup final. Start and Salzburg have both been relegated, so we'll go and check if they've got any young talent we can pick up. Oh, we've set a new record for the worst discipline ever. 61 yellow cards, 4 red. Good job us. Oh, initial budget, 1.4 million to spend. And 47.5k a week. That I like. That ain't getting spent. We don't have... Come on. Like, yes, we've got money in the bank now. I'll tell you what. When they let me update my staff, then I'll spend some money. Because we have awful staff. And every time I ask, they just say no to any, like, extra coaches or anything. Like, now it says I can have a set-piece coach. That's new. Goodmanson has retired after the season with us. Quite sad he's gone, to be honest with you. I mean, it's depressing he was born in 1990. Thanks for making me feel old. But yeah, he's retired. He wants to be a head of youth. Not with them attributes, I'm afraid. Not at my club anyway. Quite sad, but ended his career with us. He's had a illustrious career. Likes of Chelsea, Fulham, AZ, Charlton, Burnley, Sampdoria, Plymouth. Then EGERSUND to end his career. You can see here we've just got the supporters profile update. We've gone up by 13.4k social media followers. Some hardcore have dropped down, core's gone up, so I guess they swapped places, shall we say, which I'm fine to accept that. Season ticket holders 524, that seriously needs a massive improvement. Club and vision meeting next season. Be competitive in the Europa Conference League. So it is saying Conference League. We haven't had the Cup final yet. And attempt to avoid relegation. And that's all down to our club ranking. Our club ranking is so much lower than everybody else in the league that we still classed as an Obus League and club, a second tier club. So I'm happy with that. We can definitely take that. You know, I've been monitoring this striker for pretty much the whole season when I saw his contract was running out. And for the first time, it says he's interested. You can see here, compensation is running out. Let's go in for a cheeky little look. He is actually interested now. Before it said he wanted to wait and see what was going to happen. He wants a low wage as well. Let's go in and get him. He's only 18, so I feel like he is the type of player we want. Coming in on a squad player contract. 3 years. I don't do unused sub. I don't do yearly wage. I don't do a wage rise after that. I am willing to pay you handsomely if you score goals and when you play, because you're not going to be the starter. You're going to be behind Barish and Orner next season. So he's going to be third choice. So I'll tell you what. Let's go 200 appearance fee. We'll go 450. Give you an extra £50 there and 300 signing on. He wants 550. Tell you what, let's go 500 and 180. Yes, he's took that. Okay, that's a nice amount. That's low. When you look at what some of the other clubs in the division are paying, that's very little. We've been watching him for a while now. You can see he's on my shortlist. Scouting's finished. I mean, that comes up all the time. This is definitely a bug in Football Manager that constantly gives you scouting as finished on players, but happy to bring him in. We're also watching this guy from Calgary, who I hope we can bring in on loan next season. 19 years old, came through at Rofos, so we'll see how that goes. So my B team manager's contract is running out this month. I'm looking for a new one because he wants over 1,300 a week, and I'm just not going to pay him that. So I've been looking for a new assistant, a new B team manager. Support profiles up to B+. That's a positive. It's been shocking how bad that is. This can be untouchable, and that will still be a C+ normally. It's such a bug, I think, in FM. Oh, you can see my major injury. I was considering not going to work after this one. Oof, deadly. Oh, you can see here, it's the playoff final. EGERSUND versus Brann. Let's hope for EGERSUND coming up. They are based next to Molde, by the way, FPL 1. They're local team to Molde. That's actually the place where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer lives, is EGERSUND. Brann won, so Brann are staying in the top flight. EGERSUND are staying in the second tier. Oh, we've got the end of season review at the same time the cup final. Bit annoying. Okay, in terms of ins then this season was Carvalho, Scallon, Bergensen, Giovanelli, Van der Spa and Horgan. So in terms of the league then, we did come third. We're going to find out soon. I think it's Europa Conference League, but we'll find out, which is an A+. So really pleased with that. The less said about the cup, the better. Biggest win was a 4-0 over Salzburg. Match to remember was a 3-1 over Lillestrøm. And our goal of the season was Fiskerstrand. Sponsorship is down, but it looks about the same. Broadcast revenue is up a little bit. Corporate and hospitality is up a little bit. Competition prize money is up by quite a lot. And match day commercial and rental is up by just under 10k. Star rating wise, it's pretty much exactly the same, which is a bit upsetting. Merch sales was 17.9k, non-domestic of 1.7. 269 shirt sales sold. Larsen, Jørgensen, Berisha, Bergersen and Volas were the best for shirts, with our 11 being Scherstein, Fanny, Midskog, Jørgensen, Scallon, Slaveland, Gudmundsson, Nazir, Larsen, Volas and Berisha. So a couple of players left us there. Scherstein left sold and Gudmundsson left retired. So in terms of the club awards then, Fans Player of the Year was Volas with a 7.1. Young Player of the Season was Jørgensen, 7.0. Sign of the Season with 6.8 was Bergensen. Welcome back to the club. Goal of the season was Fiskerstrand. Top goal scorer with 11 was Berisha. Most assists with 7 was Volas. Most man of the match was Midskogen with 3. Highest average rating was Volas with 7.1. And most pass completed per 90 minutes was Midskogen with 68. Competition awards, nothing at all. In terms of me, I won the Manager of the Month in March. And I can see that London has made it onto the bench of our overall team of the best 11. That's a nice thing to see there. Record high of 3rd. 117 drew, 5 lost 8. We only lost 3 games less than last season, but them draws and defeats all went on to wins, which is the big difference there. Picked up more 3-point games instead of 2. EGERSUND came 3rd in Young Player of the Year behind this striker here, who is someone who we were actually trying to sign early on in the save. I think I remember mentioning him to you guys. He's had a great season. And Asplund, who I'm also keeping a close eye on, who, yeah, he just looks really, really talented. 22 goals, aged 18. Fantastic. How many goals did he get? He got 13 in 19 games. So they've done well. And Jürgensen, our central defender, is just an absolute beast. Absolute beast. The odds manager, they won the title. He won Manager of the Year. I can accept that. I can accept that. We did come runner-up though, which is nice. Nice to come runner-up sometimes. Okay, so as you can see, Stabæk have won the cup over Lillestrøm. So let's go on to competitions. So let's go on to league table and... Okay, it's not updated yet. Let's jump forward. Jump forward, then go back in. We should be able to see what's what. So Stabæk won it. Stabæk got Europa League because they won the cup. So 3rd and 4th only got Conference League. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it makes the cup a competition you want to work hard to win. But at the same time, it sucks that 3rd place didn't get Europa League as well. Maybe 2 spots in Europa League would have been nicer. Just being picky. Maybe. But... to be honest, I'm kind of more happy to get into the Conference League. I think it's more our level. I think in the Europa League we would struggle a lot. Where in the Conference League, maybe our young side can keep developing and hold their own. Maybe. So, looking through this, I think a lot of the upsetting things here is we have nobody in the top 3 goals, nobody top 3 assists. No keeping top 3 clean sheets, no free kick goals. You can see, by the way, 2 free kick goals all season. Then 1 after that. But tackles per 90 minutes. Scanlon actually got in there, 3.85 tackles per 90. So he's come in and done really, really well for us. He has a high value. I would sell him if someone came in and offered that kind of money. But he's doing fairly well for us. So I've got to say I'm quite pleased. In terms of teams detailed then, average possession, we're still up there. 3rd place with 54%. So I'm really, really pleased with that. In terms of goals, I guess we're 5th. We're not doing too bad. It just feels like we don't score goals, but we're not doing bad. We're definitely not doing bad. In terms of conceded, we're the 3rd best with 34 conceded in 30 games. Again, really, really pleased with that. So in terms of our first team, then we did see through it. Top goal scorer was Berisha. Top assists was Volas. Another thing I do want to go through is our under-19s. They had a very successful end to the season. So if we go on and look first at the league table, they won the Rogaland top flight, winning with 100 points over Brina. Now, when you win, you go into the playoffs to get into the top level of under-19 football. Brina last year won it, but didn't go up. But we went into the regional semi-finals, where we beat Alta 7-1 on aggregate, which then saw us go through into the final, where we beat Hunefos in extra time. And luckily, due to how the fixtures panned out, we were able to put out quite a strong side. So Horgan, the young goalkeeper we signed, was in. Carvalho played in the game. Giovanelli played. Fiskerstrand played. And Natvik played as well. So we did put out a very strong side. And we will now see the under-19 side next season playing in the top flight of junior football. I think that's huge. I honestly think that's huge. It also means I can put some of the younger players in there knowing that they are playing better, higher, more quality competition and thus developing better. So I'm really, really pleased with that change. Over the winter, I really would like to improve my staff. Really desperately need to do that. Looking at my team, we bring in that young striker. Berisha 1 year older. Maybe Berisha can get closer to 20 goals next season. Off the top of my head, I don't see where I want to improve yet. I'm happy with what we have. I think we've got some good talent. Maybe one option I would like is a new inverted winger stroke him inside forward on the left, and Larson drops in as a central midfield option. So I would like to maybe look at dropping Larson into here as a central midfield on support, because he can play there. If we're going central midfield on support, he suits that role really well as well. Maybe even central midfield on attack is an option for him. But doing that and dropping him into that position, if we can get a top quality inverted winger inside forward, then maybe we're on a win-win. Maybe Bergensen could play there. He is right-footed, inside forward on attack. He has the attributes for it. He does have the attributes for it. So maybe he could be that option, which then again means, do we look at signing anyone? Or do we let this young side develop? Because if we look at where people develop from, in terms of youth development, all of these people will develop more next season. And then if any of these are late bloomers, Bergensen playing more football, Larson might develop more, Mart might develop, Midskogen, Van der Spa might develop, Volas might develop. We have nobody over the age of 30 now in the whole squad. Our oldest player is our captain Slaveland. Volas is our second oldest, who was just won Player of the Year. It's going to be interesting how we can develop the team. But quickly going through Norwegian football, show how it's all ended then. So Sarpsborg and Start have gone down. In the second tier, coming up is HamKam in Haugesund. Going down, Sandnes Ulf again going down. Fram, Larvik and Mjøndalen going down. In the third tier, coming up is Grorud, and Raufoss made it to the playoffs. I didn't check. I didn't see who won there. Kristiansund, Bærum and Asker going down from that division. And in this division, Berda Glimt's B team won the title, but they can't go up. So look at that. B team. Fifth place Strømmen won the promotion, and Junkeren, who came 7th, won the playoffs to go up. That is mad. Sandnes Ulf's team was relegated, the B team, which is good because this A team went down as well. Tromsdalen went down and Skjeld 2. Now into the fourth tier, Frigg are going up. Hood are going up, former Norwegian Cup winners not so long ago. In the third one, Odds B team are going up, where their A team just won the title. Fredrikstad's B team is going up. Strimheim is going up. And finally, Ollesund's B team is also going up. So you're starting to see a lot of B teams have been successful. My dream is one of these seasons, because our B team is one division below this. The dream is at some point our B team pops in that fourth tier and we can keep them up and push on and really develop some of our backup players by playing B team football. That's the dream. But we're going to see how it develops. I'm going to keep pushing on. I've got the evening to myself now. The wife is out having her baby shower. So obviously it's only a month and a half until our baby comes now. So I'm going to play the whole of the winter break. I think I can get through in the next 4 hours maybe. Especially if only some 1 or 2 people know me. But we'll see what we can do as we push on. I would like to get all of our signings done in this winter window. Maybe add a couple from around Europe when their contracts run out in the likes of England, etc. But we'll see. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. I'll see you next time.